This is News with the Disney Dude. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel for more content, and please hit that thumbs up if you like the video. Here now is the news for Tuesday, December 16th of 2025. Yes, I know I am doing this. This is a little bit different of a schedule. I was gone all night last night. I went out on a date to the Magic Kingdom. Didn't get home till about little after 10. And the rest of this week I'm on vacation, so I will be gone. I will not be doing the news on Wednesday. I will be going to try to make the news for Friday, but as of right now, there will be no. I will not be doing a news show tomorrow. So that's why I'm doing it tonight, to get caught up, since I was off yesterday, and then I'll be off tomorrow. All right, a drainage permit has been approved for Cars and Villains areas at the Magic Kingdom. So all of you naysayers that say, well, this isn't going to happen, it's just blue sky and blah, 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 blah. It's happening. All right, it is happening. So for all of those naysayers that said that, this wasn't going to happen, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to take a long time to get this done, but it's happening. It is absolutely happening, all right? So, we don't know, will it take, if I had to guess, it would be maybe 10 to 20 years to get this thing done. Is it going to take 30 to 40 years? No. Okay, it's not going to take that long, but it's going to be at least a decade, at least, to get all of this done. Now, if I had to take a guess, I would assume Cars would finish first, but I don't know. I really have no idea. I don't know the answer to that. Only Disney knows the answer to that, and they're not sharing it. Okay? They're not sharing when it's going to open. So, but these the Magic Kingdom projects are going to take quite a long time to do. It's not like reskinning Dinosaur. Okay? It's not like it's not like these other projects that they've got going on. Okay, Monsters Inc. is going to be I don't know if they set an opening date for that. I can't remember, but that's not going to take as long. We already know Tropical Americas. We know 2027. We know that. Okay. So we know 2027 for the Tropical Americas and the Indiana Jones ride and the Encanto ride and such. That we know. Okay? Monsters Inc., if I had to guess, it would probably be at least somewhere around there, 2027, 28, probably. Maybe. I don't know. But they really haven't said much about that either. But the Villains and Cars areas, those are going to take a long time. A long, long time. Because that is a huge area to fill. A huge area of land to cover. So it's going to be a long time. Typhoon Lagoon closing date has been confirmed, and Blizzard Beach reopening date has also been confirmed. So, if you know this, Typhoon Lagoon and Blizzard Beach have kind of been alternating opening time frames now. Ever since the COVID-19 pandemic, Disney has decided to operate one water park and not the other. So, Typhoon Lagoon will be open for a while, then it'll close. Blizzard Beach will be open for a while, then it will close, and then Typhoon Lagoon will reopen. So it's probably easier for them to do it that way, so they're not like stretching thin staffing and such. Summer's a little different, obviously, because it's Florida and it's like walking on the sun. So that's why they probably want both water parks to be open, but during this time, it's, one or the other, so it's just easier for them to do. But Typhoon Lagoon will be closing on February 14th, and then Blizzard Beach will reopen the following day on February 15th. All right. So Typhoon Lagoon will close, and then Blizzard Beach will be open, and then I would assume they're going to close Blizzard Beach one more time to get Typhoon Lagoon ready, and then they might have them. They might have them both open the summertime. We don't know. We don't know. So we're just gonna have. This is one of those stories we're just gonna have to watch. Concrete has been poured and shutters have been installed on new Toy Story Land snack kiosk at Disney's Hollywood Studios. I have walked around Toy Story Land, even though it's not really my favorite land. I have seen the snack kiosk. It's cute. I like it. It fits into that whole, kind of, backyard, Andy's backyard motif. It's cute. I'm gonna have to see after it opens. I don't know if I'll feel the same way or not. But from looking at it from behind the construction walls, it looks cute. It really looks cute. Definitely fits into the theme of Toy Story Land, even though Toy Story Land's not all that great anyway. But I mean, you all know my feelings about Toy Story Land anyway, so I don't really need to go into all of that. But they're moving on this snack kiosk. They are moving. Which is great. And this, well, I just really hope, I don't know, with this being a snack kiosk, with this being a kiosk, I don't know if they're going to have any seating or anything around it. I really don't know. I would hope so, but again, with it being a snack kiosk, you just walk up, you get your stuff, and then, it spits it out and then you go. I don't know if they're going to have any seating or not. It's not like a restaurant where you order, you pick it up, and then they have seating around. I don't know. I really have no idea, but I would hope that they're going to add a little bit more shade structure to this part of the park, because from day one, Toy Story Land always suffered from lack of shade. Okay, so, and you can, thank Bob Chapek for that, but Toy Story Land has always suffered from, hardly no shade structures. So I hope that they do put at least some kind of canopy over this thing, but again, I don't know if you would need it. I really have no idea. So this is just one of those we're just going to have to watch and see what happens. Walt Disney Presents at Disney's Hollywood Studios is opening early due to demand for Taylor Swift's Eras Tour costumes. So if you are aware of Walt Disney Presents, the Walt Disney Presents is part museum, and then the other half is that wonderful film at the end, the biography of his life. Right before you get right in that area where they have the entrance to the theater, that's where they're putting Taylor Swift's costumes from her tour. Disney expects really big crowds for this. Expects really big crowds, so that's why they're opening this early, which I really think is the right thing to do, because, again, Hollywood Studios already suffers enough as it is with, limited rides and, Muppet Vision closing. Gonna sneak that in there anytime I can. Yes, I know, I'm sorry, but, Hollywood Studios always, suffers enough as it is. So having this open early is a great way. I totally agree with that. I totally agree with this decision. Is it going to draw crowds? Absolutely, and they know that. Disney absolutely knows that, and that's why they're opening the gallery soon. That's why they're opening it early, other than they're opening it before then it's supposed to. Disney's Animal Kingdom bus depot, has been expanded to add more guests. Fantastic. They did this with Epcot, and now they're doing this with Animal Kingdom. Will they do this with Hollywood Studios? Probably more. I would hope that they're going to do this sooner rather than later, because once that Monsters Inc. Mini land opens, Disney's Hollywood Studios is going to be a lot more crowded. So, will they do this to Disney's Hollywood Studios? I really hope so, and I really hope they do the same for. I mean, I don't know if you could do it for the Magic Kingdom, because really there's a lot of buses at Magic Kingdom anyway, but we're just going to have to wait and see with that one, because, again, we're still a long ways away from Cars and Villains. So, will they add more buses? Probably, but that's not going to be for a long time. So, at least they're getting Epcot, they got Epcot ready. They're getting Disney's Animal Kingdom ready. They're probably going to do the same thing for Hollywood Studios sometime down the road. So this is great. Disney is really taking this into consideration. Like, we have these rides and these lands that are going to be opening sometime down the road. So we need to get ready for these crowds, which is I think is the right way to go. Absolutely. Moana wave dancers in Disney Starlight Parade have been revamped after negative feedback. So if you saw my honest review about the parade, I still have problems with the floats. But the dancers, at least in between the floats, Disney's taken that into consideration and adding more lights and stuff to the dancers' costumes, which is great, which is really nice, because that opening night, that was like, you couldn't even tell they were dancers. They were just all black. And it was like, well, that's not great. That's not good. So at least they've added more lights and stuff to the dancers. Now, I really wish that they would turn their attention to the parade, the actual floats, because the floats need work. The floats absolutely need some work. Speaking of which, last night I was at Magic Kingdom, on my date, and we obviously we couldn't leave the Magic Kingdom until the parade went through, So we kind of stood by the Emporium and watched the parade, and I was like, guys, it still feels a little bit lackluster. I don't feel anything. I don't feel anything for that parade. I really, really don't. Okay? And I know that, people are going to come in the comments and they're going to rip me apart, but Starlight is not a good parade. It is not. I am sorry to tell you that. There's some things I like about it. Absolutely. Okay? There's things I really like about that parade. But you can watch that all in my honest review. But I think that Disney is kind of learning about this and kind of tweaking this parade. And again, I really hope that sometime down the line, after we get the holidays over and things kind of get back to a little bit of normal before, it picks up again, I hope that Disney kind of takes this more into consideration and, kind of adds things and tweaks things, because the parade's not really all that great to look at. It's just not. It's really not, okay? But it could be a better parade. It absolutely could. It has potential. It does have potential. And I really think that this is the first step to getting toward that point. All right? So I'm glad that Disney is kind of listening to that feedback, and hopefully, knock on wood, which I don't have any in front of me, but hopefully, knock on wood, that, sometime down the road, Disney will, with a bigger budget, will add more to this parade. Absolutely, that's what I'm really hoping for. All right, some sad news. I'm sure that everybody in the world knows about this by now. So this is a little bit late breaking. But Rob Reiner, TV and movie legend, has sadly passed away. I was a huge fan of his. I loved his work. For those of you that don't know Rob Reiner, he was Michael Stivic on All in the Family. His nickname was Meathead. He was called Meathead by Archie Bunker on All in the Family. He was a great, great guy, political activist, and just an all-around nice guy. And my heart goes out to his family, and I want to send my condolences to the Reiner family, because he was a great guy. He helped make the world a better place, and that's something that unfortunately, you don't see very much nowadays. But I did want to stop and pay tribute to Rob Reiner. Rob, wherever you are, I hope you rest in peace. And I just I wanted you to know that your work means something. Your work means something, especially in this day and age. So thank you for all you did, for all you've done, and the laughter that you brought us, and may you rest in peace. May you rest in peace. So thank you very much, Rob. we will all keep we will keep your family in our thoughts and prayers. And thank you, Rob. Thank you very much. And that's your news. But again, I already went into this. I will not be doing I'm doing this show early instead of tomorrow because I'll be gone. I will be gone the rest of the week. I will be back on Friday, so I should be having a news show on Friday. But that's why I wanted to do it on Tuesday today, because there will be no show tomorrow, because I'll be at Jollywood Nights. And then the following night after that, I'll be at Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, which I really hope it doesn't rain, because it's forecasted to rain that night. So, but we'll just have to wait and see. But again, I just wanted to let you guys know that there will be no show tomorrow. All right. But if you like this video, please hit that like button. Please subscribe to my channel for more content. I thank you guys very much for watching this video. I am working on something. I really hope to get out. I'm still in the planning stages for this, but I'm in the middle of trying to make something for this show that you can all buy and order. I just need to not be so busy. So look for that. Look for that sometime soon. But there you are. I will leave you with that. Just look for that product. Hopefully sooner rather than later. But I don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see. So, but I thank you guys very much for watching this video. Y'all keep each other safe and healthy. And remember that tomorrow is just a dream away.